Hello everybody. Haven't made a video in a really long time, but I'm sure you've read the description, the title of the video. This is focusing on the fact that we lost, in my opinion, one of the greatest musicians in our lifetime, and well, not just our lifetime, but just in music, period. Yes founder and bassist, backing vocalist, songwriter Chris Squire passed away yesterday. And I heard the news from Fish, as in Marillions Fish, not Chris Squire, but Fish was the first one that I saw posted on Facebook. And as soon as I saw that, I completely rushed to Wikipedia to see if it was true. Unfortunately, it was true. He had passed away. I had known that he was battling leukemia. He had a rare form of leukemia, and unfortunately couldn't beat it or survive. But he actually had to take a leave of absence from Yes for the following tours. Yes is on tour, or will be on tour if they're not on tour already, with Toto. And Billy Sherwood, one of the former Yes members and a musical partner of Chris Squire, will be taking over the bass parts. But even before he had passed on, Billy Sherwood was scheduled to play on that tour. So, Yes, I believe will carry out the tour. The tour is still going on. And apparently they're going to be doing a tour in 2016, if I read that correctly, on YesWorld.com, where they're playing Fragile and Drama, two of their best ever records, in my opinion, in their entirety in the UK and Europe. But, it was just the night before I heard the news. My band had played a show at Wake the Dead Coffee House, just a really cool coffee house in San Marcos, kind of a hippie, trippy little coffee house. My friends were there. I had a really great friend of mine, play the show with me, a woman named Kat, who goes by the name Poppy Fields, and she was incredible. And it was a great night. It was just like one of the best nights of my life. Not to ramble too much, but the thing I'm trying to say is that I had such a good night, fun night, was so happy. My friends were there, the band was happy. The other two guys had never been to the venue before. I'd played there, 3 times prior to that. And then I come home and I couldn't sleep for the longest time. I was wound up, I was awake, and I'm on Facebook, which I'm addicted to Facebook. I use it as a promotional tool for Cracking the Wall. And then Fish, who I follow on Facebook from Marillion, was the first I saw post Chris Squire had passed. And once I heard the news, I completely lost all the happiness that I had. I just was completely the opposite of how I felt, 12 hours or whatever prior to that. And I couldn't sleep. I was very sleep deprived when I first heard the news, so I was devastated and shocked, and I was in disbelief. I'm still in disbelief. I still can't believe he's left this world. But at the time, I was just so sleep deprived, and at the same time, kind of wound up. It's just, I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but it's just, I did a video tribute to David Allen earlier this year from the band Gong, the singer, guitarist, songwriter of Gong, who passed away from cancer. And I wrote a little blog, or not even a blog, but a little message about Chris Squire's passing on Facebook, sometime yesterday. And I thought I should do a video. I haven't done a video in a while. I usually, when I make videos, I do album reviews or DVD reviews. I did one Yes review for the album Talk. But Chris Squire was, Yes was a band that changed my life. I grew up listening to Fragile. When I first got a CD player, The first full-length CD I ever bought was Fragile. That was the first, and I grew up listening to that. Had the pleasure of seeing Yes in 2002 in the Woodlands, Texas, with the classic lineup. You had, John Anderson was there, Rick Wakeman was there, Chris Squire, who had always been there until now, unfortunately, Steve Howe and Alan White. So it was the Full Circle tour in 2002, which was the classic lineup, and actually had that show on CDR, 2 CDRs, because the show was so long, but I must have listened to that about 10,000 times, and it was a great show. That show, I was a fan before I saw that show, but I became an obsessive Yes fan after that, and got a lot of Yes stuff, and a couple other live recordings of them that I had gotten through Live Traders, through Fishhook, back when people used Fishhook to trade. So when I saw Yes, I saw Chris Squire, and I mean, the whole band was great, but Chris Squire, he looked great, he sounded great, and they played. I was joking, like, man, it'd be really great to hear Don't Kill the Whale, but I know they're not going to play it. When they went into Don't Kill the Whale, I freaked out. I could not believe they were playing Don't Kill the Whale, because I'm not a big fan of Tormato, but Don't Kill the Whale is one of the 2 songs I really like on that one. I love Don't Kill the Whale. It's a great song. But basically, I guess I'm rambling too much, and I apologize. But the fact is, Chris Squire has always been a very influential, iconic musician to me. He was someone where he wasn't just a bass player. He wasn't just a founding member, but he was a songwriter too. He did a lot of the writing for Yes, and without Chris Squire, you really would not have had the band sound the way they did. Without a lot of those guys, you would not have. But Chris was definitely one of the most important figures of the band, for being the founding member, the songwriter, and carrying it until his diagnosis with leukemia. Once he was diagnosed with leukemia, I believe I read he had passed away 6 weeks later. So this is a real dark time in my life. I'm in disbelief. I just can't believe, I was hoping, I'd heard, his leukemia was really bad, but, we were all hoping that he was going to come through, and really all you can do. And and you might laugh at me for saying this, but I am spiritual, so I know he's in a happier place. He's no longer suffering, and he's formed the band up in heaven with the other founding member, the also amazing Peter Banks. So they're jamming in heaven right now. They're playing music to audiences in heaven. It was bad enough we lost Peter Banks 2 years ago. That really hit me too. The founding guitar player, another founding member that had passed away. So I'm basically just making this video for Yes fans and anybody who was just very, very close to Chris, that just touched them in some way. My heart goes out to Chris's family, of course. Everybody in his family, all his friends that he worked with, Yes members, past and present, even Steve Hackett, who we had done some work with, and especially all the Yes fans, every Yes fan, because there wasn't one Yes fan out there that has not been affected by this. So yeah, it's I will be a Yes fan for life. I have 3 Yes concert T-shirts. I bought 1 shirt at the show, and the other 2 I got from eBay, and I still wear them, and they still fit. But I'm sorry I'm rambling, but it's really hard, when somebody you really like. I never got to meet the guy. I didn't know him, but I got to see him live. I got to be in the same pavilion with him, and it was great. It was just really great. It was a great show. They were a really great live band. They really were. They were really an amazing live band. Whether I saw them live that one time or just hearing them on live recordings, they were just really great. So I'm sorry if I've rambled too much and this video is a bit long, but it's just I felt I wanted to do it. I haven't done a video in a while. I did a tribute to David Allen of Gong. Gong was another one of my favorite bands, and never saw Gong live, but I have live recordings of them, and they were also a great live band. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Like I said, Chris Squire, he was definitely an influential icon. He changed my life. One of my favorite bass players ever, and even a singer. Had a great voice, really great harmonizing backing voice. And when he would sing lead on, there was a couple songs he sang lead on, and even his solo album, Fish Out of Water, his voice was great. We really lost a true giant, a true amazing talent. He was just so talented, amazing bassist, amazing musician, and a great guy. So, Chris Squire, I never got to know you, but I'll never forget you. I've listened to your music. I grew up listening to you, and you will always be a very important musician in my life. And I hope you're happy where you are now, and I just hope, I'm just glad you're not suffering anymore, is all I can say. I'm not really very good when talking about when people, even if I didn't know them, had affected me some way when they passed away. All right. Well, I guess that's all I have. So I'm sorry if this video was a bit long, but I felt I wanted to do it. It's a tribute to Chris Squire. A true legend, a true amazing talent that will never be forgotten. He put his mark on music and definitely changed music for what he did. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully the next time I make a video, it won't be so dark. If you could find my video for the Talk album, I did a review a couple of years ago, I think, maybe last year, where I reviewed the Talk album. It's the only Yes album I ever reviewed. So you check that out if you'd like. It's more upbeat than this, I promise. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you on YouTube, probably with some more live Crack in the Wall stuff. Good night. God bless everyone.